Kyle Rittenhouse is at Kent State University, and students, members of the community, and even out-of-towners are gathered at the Student Center for the event.
Last night, students voicing concerns over Kyle Rittenhouse's campus visit. Hear what they had to say.
KSU's famous paint rock has been tagged by Turning Point USA. What message has appeared and how it's related to today's events.
And a victim of the Kenosha unrest shooting on campus today to talk with students. We have the details on what we said as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Tuesday evening, Portage County, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Erin Sullivan.
And I'm Tyler Schlosser.
And we start our coverage tonight with TV2's Lex Raid outside the Student Center, where Kyle Rittenhouse is speaking right now.
Lex, tell us about what you're seeing. Are there protests? Any groups clashing?
So right now I'm at Kent State University Student Center, where people from out of town, members of the community, and students are standing outside awaiting the event of Kyle Rittenhouse speaking during his Rittenhouse Recap Tour at college universities. There are all different kinds of groups here. Some, as you can see, are protesting and holding signs, while some are expressing support for Rittenhouse's event. A student I spoke with earlier today told me he was coming from Eastway when he saw the crowd and just joined to see what was going on. Now, the event is actually happening right now. Earlier, there was a crowd of people who have bought tickets waiting to get in. The security is very tight here. They are really trying to make sure that everyone remains safe, but there have been hollering, there have been some cheers as Turning Point students have made their way out, interviewing students, talking to them. But it is just a very crowded event. A lot of people are protesting. A lot of people are just standing around waiting to see if something is going to happen. And right now, the line is looking pretty short for the Kyle Rittenhouse entrance to the event. They let some people in, and he should be speaking right now in the auditorium. That's all the news that I have right now, but I will be back with more updates about the events happening on campus tonight. Let's take it back to the people at the desk.
Thanks, Lex. And last night, the first initial demonstration started in response to the Rittenhouse event. Several students organized a march from the K to the Rock.
Unlike other universities, the narrative here is having Kyle Rittenhouse come to campus desecrates the history of May 4th and its legacy on campus.
Dozens of students here protesting Kyle Rittenhouse's controversial appearance, and many students telling me they don't feel safe here on campus.
I don't particularly feel safe on campus knowing that he's going to be coming. I understand that it's not like a Kent State University sanctioned official event, but it still is deeply unsettling.
Students voiced their concerns in wake of Turning Point USA hosting Kyle Rittenhouse for an on-campus event. Many students gathered on Risman Plaza to voice their concerns and made their way through campus to the Rock. Those same protesters are walking from the Kiva to the Rock right now, and I want you to take a look behind me. It says, "Don't forget to come out and see Kyle." Kiva at 6 p.m. Students soon painting over that message with one of their own. The demonstration ending with a vigil for those who have lost their lives to gun violence.
Students, of course, are going to want to protest. That's, falls under the First Amendment in itself. My feeling from the jump was making sure students are safe.
And less than 24 hours later, that rock now completely painted over by Turning Point USA. Take a look at your screen at these images. The club supporting Rittenhouse today, 2 skulls painted on that rock representing the 2 people Rittenhouse shot and killed, along with phrases like "womp womp" and "dab" on them written. And in the last hour or so, the rock has been painted over once again. We reached out to Turning Point USA for comment and received no response.
Since November 2021, I've chosen to remain silent and not speak publicly regarding Kyle Rittenhouse and the events surrounding that night, having preferring my anonymity and safety over revisiting a traumatic period in my life. But that silence ends today. As if that were not enough, Kyle has embraced and been embraced by those who peddle hateful rhetoric, who believe in nationalism that excludes those who do not look like or think like them. and who have sought to amplify a troubling desire for violence against supposed political, cultural, and religious.
Kent State University hosted another speaker on campus today, Gage Gross-Krutz, who was shot and injured by Rittenhouse in Kenosha. Gross-Krutz spoke at a press conference sponsored by various on-campus organizations such as SALSA, SJP, BUS, Ignite, and the Ohio Student Association. You just heard the man Kyle Schott speak. For the full coverage of the press conference, stick with TV2 News tomorrow night or check out KentWired.com.
And going out back into the field, our very own Skylar Eddington has been inside the room where Kyle Rittenhouse is about to speak.
Skylar, what has it been like inside so far?
Hi guys, we are outside of the Kiva right now, and there are people everywhere. There are people waiting in line behind me, and then right where we are, there is a barricade with people standing all around it. People are sitting out here waiting for people to go in. I have heard that they have shut down the doors because so many people are in line right now. They sold a little over 400 tickets, and now no one else can get in. It is completely packed out here. Just a few minutes ago, Turning Point came out here and was talking to the crowd where they were getting booed by everyone. Everyone was chanting at them, and then they ended up going back inside, so they have not been seen for a minute now. But like I said, people sitting out here everywhere just waiting to see if Kyle comes outside, waiting to see if people are sent out here and whether or not we will hear anything else from in there. But tons of people out here right now. Yes, tons of people out here right now. And we have a first aid unit out here right now just in case anything goes south. We have police officers everywhere, people on top of the tower of the library. Police officers walking around talking to students, and we have dogs out here as well, just people all over. So we will keep you guys updated later on.
Thanks, Skylar. In 2020, a then 17-year-old Rittenhouse shot and killed 2 people during a Black Lives Matter protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Rittenhouse had come to the protest from Antioch, Illinois, armed with an AR-15 style rifle, saying he wanted to help protect businesses from potential looters. During his trial in 2021, his attorney argued he acted in self-defense because Rittenhouse was being attacked by people he shot. A jury agreed, and he was acquitted on all charges. And just hours ago, the university releasing a statement in response to Rittenhouse's visit. The statement starting with, "We are driven by our core values, which includes kindness and respect and freedom of speech. We cannot ban speech because it would go against a core value and because of well-established laws governing free speech on public university campuses." The statement continues mentioning safety for all on campus, regardless of their opinions.
Turning Point USA, the sponsors of Kyle Rittenhouse's speech, has released an official statement about the growing tension of the event. It states that TPUSA is aware of previous conflicts spawning from speeches by Kyle Rittenhouse, that they are prepared to deal with and pursue action against any that seek to violate campus regulations on free speech and protesters' rights.
Now, the May 4th Task Force is hosting an event this evening to teach students about the history of activism at Kent State. Fire in the Heartland, a documentary about May 4th, will be shown. Food and activities will also be offered to those in attendance. The event is open to the public and goes until 8 o'clock tonight.
Kent State's Black United Students Group has reacted to the Rittenhouse event via an open community gathering. Scheduled today at the same time as his speech, BUS is holding an open gathering with music, food, games, and other attractions to offer a place of peaceful respite in a, quote, potentially stressful time, end quote.
And if you're looking to go to the Student Center today, it's closed. Any on-campus dining spots located in the Student Center will be closed tonight, of course, due to this Turning Point USA event. However, other dining areas will be open this evening for students.
Another trial for former President Donald Trump is coming underway. Stay tuned to see what stage it's progressing into.
And a controversial seller ban TikTok bill has now reached the Senate. Hear more on what lawmakers are doing with the popular social media app.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your turn. shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is TV2 News, truly Portage County.
This is a trial that should have never been brought. It's a trial that is being looked upon, looked at all over the world. They're looking at it and analyzing it. Every legal pundit, every legal scholar said this trial is a disgrace.
Welcome back. Trump's hush money trial continuing today. Now, it's just day 2 and potential jurors are being chosen. Trump's legal team and prosecutors quizzing those jurors to see if they'll be deciding the future verdict for this case. CNN reporting that some jurors were already dismissed this afternoon. We'll have more updates for you on this trial as it continues on KentWire.com.
Now, the U.S. House of Representatives is taking another shot at banning TikTok. While last month's bill did not make it through the Senate, the House is set to vote on another similar bill, which is packaged together with foreign aid bills for Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel. Once again, the bill states that either TikTok is sold to an American company or it will be banned for U.S. users.
Beautiful evening, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast outside this evening here in Kent. 74 and sunny. We have finally reached those spring temperatures here midway through April. It feels like 74. Our dew point is right around 35. Winds are light this evening coming out of the west at 4 miles per hour. Humidity is a little bit on the drier side today, only at 24%, and visibility is at a clear 10 miles. Now for some statewide temperatures. We definitely aren't the only one feeling that warmth here in Kent. Down in Cincinnati, they are at 83 degrees, 84 in Dayton, and 82 degrees in Lima. A little bit farther to the east in Columbus, they're at 84 with 85 in Athens, 78 in Steubenville, and 76 in Akron. Now for your guys' 7-day forecast and what you can expect in the week ahead. Tomorrow, some evening thunderstorms have a potential of rolling into our area with a high of 77 and a low of 52. Thursday, mostly sunny skies just like today with a high of 78 and a low of 57. Friday, some morning showers are going to roll into our area with only a high of 63 and a low of 43. Moving into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, both partly cloudy with highs of 57. Saturday's low is 37 and 38 degrees on Sunday. Moving into the beginning of next week, Monday will start off with partly cloudy skies with a high of 65 and a low of 46. And then some mostly cloudy skies 1 week from today, next Tuesday, with a high of 65 and a low of 47. Now that is all for your Tuesday evening weather report. Remember to stay up to date with more news and weather stories at KentWired.com. I'm Aaron Hauk.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Tuesday Sports Report. I'm Dom O'Brien, and we have a lot to get to in a short amount of time. some local, some national. We'll start with the local. The Kent State Golden Flashes softball team completed their doubleheader today against the Buffalo Bulls. Kent State won the first game at 1 o'clock, 6-1. It was tied for most of the game until Kent State scored 5 runs alone in the 6th inning. However, at the 3 o'clock game, the Bulls flipped the switch with a 2-1 victory. Buffalo opened with a 2-run lead in the first and did not look back. The Golden Flashes, with a 20-18 record, will next play Bowling Green on April 20th. And Kent State's standout defensive lineman C.J. West has entered the transfer portal, per On3 Sports. West racked up 110 career tackles, 19.5 tackles for loss, and 7 sacks in 36 career games for the Golden Flashes. This now makes 16 football players from last season's team to enter the transfer portal following the 1-11 season. Now let's go over to professional sports, shall we? The Guardians and the Red Sox squared off against each other, and it started off with a nice shot from Greg Weissert, running in Josh Naylor, a 2-run home run in the top of the 7th inning. That was the first run scored of the day for them later in the game on Jackie Robinson Day, which was, in fact, yesterday. Now with Brian Rocchio and Stephen Kwan on base, you're going to get Jose Ramirez sending it in the gap between second and first, and he will get a 2 RBI double. He slides over to second, an error is made in the infield, and Stephen Kwan makes his way all the way over to the bases as it gets 4-0 there at the top of the 8th, but this one ends 6-0 as Cleveland shuts out this one against Boston, and this is their 4th shutout of the season, and Guardians only allowed 3 hits on the afternoon while they forced 9. And the Guardians will try to continue their road win streak against the Red Sox tonight. The second of their 4-game series will begin later tonight at 7:10 p.m. Starting pitchers tonight will include Tanner Beebe of the Guardians and Garrett Whitlock of the Red Sox. Now onto the ice. Just before the first pitch in Fenway Park, we have one of the most important regular season games in the NHL this evening. The Philadelphia Flyers will host the Washington Capitals. If Washington wins, they clinch the final playoff spot. If Philadelphia wins in regulation, then they have a chance to get in the playoffs, barring other finishes across the league. A lot to pay attention to tonight at the end of the season, and there are a lot of scenarios available based on wins and losses, much like the NBA, another league that is approaching the playoffs. 2 play-in games are being played tonight. The first are the LA Lakers and the New Orleans Pelicans, which will tip off at 7:30 p.m. The winner of this game will play the second-seeded Denver Nuggets. The loser will play the winner of the game at 10 p.m., which is the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. A lot to pay attention to there. Whoever wins that game will move on in the playoffs to play the 1-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder. And we have a playoff-heavy schedule ahead of us in the sports world, and we can't wait to see it all unfold. With all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to your sports report on Tuesday night. I'm Dom O'Brien. Have a great evening, Portage County.
When we come back, we'll be checking in with our reporters on the K with the latest updates on the Kyle Rittenhouse event.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back. Now let's go back to the field and check in with some of our reporters at the Student Center.
Skylar, let's start with you. What do you have for us?
Hi guys, we are back outside of the Kiva right now where a bigger crowd has gathered out here. They're still not letting anyone else in, and the people that are in, they're having them go up to the second floor of the building, walking across and then going down the escalator to avoid protesters. They do not want anyone who's attending the event to have to walk past everyone outside. So far, Kyle Rittenhouse has still not hit the stage yet. They have the president of Turning Point out there right now speaking to everyone. It's 6:21 right now, and he is supposed to go on stage at 6 o'clock, but he has still not gone out. We have people out here with lots of signs. One said, quote, "Are you gonna kill me too?" Another one said, quote, "You're standing on the grounds of the resistance." People are out here just really wanting to voice their opinions about this, bringing Kyle Rittenhouse to this event. We are wondering how long he is going to last at this event, because at previous universities he did not last more than 20 minutes speaking. Those universities were East Tennessee State University, University of Memphis, and Western Kentucky. And like I said, he did not last even 20 minutes there, so we're going to see how long he makes it here. They said that inside it's pretty peaceful right now, and like I said, 65% of it is filled. We were told that they stopped letting people in, but we still keep seeing people move in, and people are still coming in, and they said the left side is filling up pretty much, but the right has not. But our reporter Lex Rady has more on this situation. We're going to bring her in now.
Thank you, Skylar. So yeah, as mentioned, people are still crowded around. They still have their signs. A few numbers have increased. Some more people have come to join this gathering here. Some people that I've spoken with have said that they just don't feel safe with Kyle Rittenhouse coming to campus, and that they feel, quote, that they are disgusted that he is coming here based off of the May 4th events that happened in the 70s. A lot of people feel like it's too close to the May 4th shootings for him to come. And yeah, they just don't feel like he should be advocating pro-guns and be pro-guns and stuff while being on a campus that has such a terrible history with gun violence in the past. A lot of students are wondering if Kyle Rittenhouse will stay on campus or if he will be run out. We have breaking news that Kyle has just took to the stage. He is talking about campus carrying and how he believes that it is important. And he is surrounded by 4 security guards. There is a lot of security coverage happening right now. There were some security guards up there. There are some people that are actually up on the library. A lot of police officers around. They have areas barricaded where police officers are standing. And a lot of people are just sticking to the K and sticking out here while they are barricaded by the door of the Kiva. So that is all that we have right now. TV2 will keep up with coverage about the Kyle Rittenhouse events. For TV2 News, this is Lex Rady.
Can you guess what flowering plant can last up to 20 years? Make sure you stay with us to hear the answer.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses.
I know, I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shakira has just announced dates for her upcoming North American tour, Las Mujeres No Ya Lloran, o en inglés, Women No Longer Cry. The tour is named after her brand new album, which will be the focus of each performance. Dates range between November 2nd and December 15th. General ticket sales will be open on the 22nd of this month.
And I would argue that we're celebrating the most diverse, beautiful flower today. Originating in Eurasia up to 100 million years ago, the flowering plant now dominates the floral scene. Did I mention it's the orchid? And if you're lucky, you can have it for up to 15 to 20 years. The more you know.
Hi guys, I am back with another update, and people are chanting all over the cave right now as Kyle has just hit the stage once again. He is talking right now about Kenosha and the events that happened there on the day of what happened. Everyone is out here chanting. They are saying less than a month until May 4th, stop showing Kyle's support, and they keep changing up their chants. Lots of more people out here. We have been told that inside there are about 80 to 85% of it is filled now. It's definitely filling up as he has just now hit the stage. We're waiting to see what else he decides to talk about when he is here today, but we will be back with more updates.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for tonight. I want to give a special thank you to reporters, both our own and those from other news organizations, for the footage that we have here today.
Absolutely, and stay up to coverage with all of our coverage tonight. Our reporters will be on the ground covering this until later this evening. KentWire.com, be sure to visit. In the meantime, I'm Erin Sullivan.
And I'm Tyler Schlosser.
Have a good evening, Portage County.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.